That's a VW hatchback, bro. Yep. Guys, I'm with Mike here.
Hi guys.
He runs DNA tuning, and his job is to make your cars faster, better, smoother. He did it to my Audi, and it's lovely, from 333 horsepower to 400 horsepower, and from 440 Newton meters of torque to 500. Lovely, lovely. So now I'm driving this car that is super duper rare. This car is rarer than almost anything out there, right?
Yeah, less than 10 cars in Malaysia.
Less than 10 in Malaysia.
Yeah.
That means it should be as rare as a McLaren 675 LT. And whoa, haven't got used to the clutch yet.
Yeah.
Nope. This is a scary junction. Just rolled up. Okay, let's do this. So, oh, nice sound. Lovely VR6 engine. Oh, so smooth.
Very different feel, lah.
Yeah, man. So what's so special about a VR6 engine? You want to share with them? In terms of configuration of the engine.
Oh, okay. Because with the VR6,
yeah,
what VW did back then in the 80s,
yep,
when they started to design the VR6, is because they wanted to have a 6-cylinder.
Yep.
That can fit a 4-cylinder engine compartment.
All right.
Which is on the front wheel drive. Transverse configuration.
Yep.
And what they did was they did a V6 that just have 1-cylinder head. Instead
amazing,
of having
right?
two cylinder head.
Right.
Yes. And you know, with a very narrow angle, 15-degree angle.
15-degree angle.
Yes.
So it's almost like a straight 6.
Yes.
But then they space it out.
Yeah, they space it out in such a way where it's actually shorter than inline 6.
Yep.
You know, so later, you know, we can show you the engine compartment.
They sort of overlap, right?
Overlap. Yes.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't understand, normally your cars have 4 cylinders, right? All 4 cylinders in one line. That's why we call it an inline 6. 6 cylinders in one line, inline 4, inline 6. So when it's inline, the benefit will be, when it comes to packaging, you have one set of camshaft, one set of intake, exhaust, one set of pulley. Everything is just one set, right? Hey, we're using my smart tag, right?
No. Okay.
Wow, epic! Look at his smart tag.
Yes, as old as the car.
Imagine we cross with both, then it cuts 2 times.
Yep.
Anyway, so one set of everything, right? So that is the inline 6 and inline 4 configuration. But the problem with that is that the engine will be very long when it's inline 6, right?
Right.
That's why they have V6.
Yep.
V6, as most of us know, is like that.
Yep.
So the length of the block is only 3 cylinders length. But the problem with V6 is that, same as boxer engine, you need 2 sets of everything.
Yep.
you need 4 camshaft for intake and exhaust.
Yep.
You need 4 pulleys, you know, to run all that. 2 sets of belts to run all that. So it becomes costly and becomes fatter, right? Yes. So this VR6 engine is an extremely narrow angle V6 that you can only need 1 set. I don't know how they come up with this, but which is brilliant. So in application, it's almost the same like a 5-cylinder engine, right? Because 5-cylinder, not all of them are inline. Some of them are also offset like that, I noticed.
No, actually it's inline.
Most are inline.
5-cylinder is inline. But of course, VW also have their VR5 engine.
Oh, okay.
Cut one of the, so the block is even slightly shorter.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it makes this unique sound.
Yep.
It makes this unique sound. Yeah, because of the placement of the banks and how the exhaust gas flows out.
Yep.
Incoherently. So you have this.
Yes.
Ooh, very unique sound. Hey, your car is so smooth driving.
Yeah. That's why I enjoy driving the car.
Lovely. So how does the Corrado drives? It's very taut. And of course he maintains his car well. He's a supercar guy. He also has a workshop. And, nice, man. So 2.8. What's the
2.9?
2.9 liters.
2.9 on the Corrado.
Oh.
Yeah, which was only available in Europe and the UK.
So what is the stock horsepower output?
Stock 190.
190 horsepower.
Back in its
Those
day
days, yeah.
Back in its day.
Those days, a 3-liter engine never really exceeded 200 horsepower.
Yep. I mean, maybe you can drop a gear or two and.
Oh, you want me to
you
pull
can
it? Okay.
It's not an issue.
Most of the time, the gear sets that are on the upper side,
Yeah.
there's a longer throw in it.
Yep.
The bottom
this
has
one
a shorter throw.
It's just the adjustment because I just made the linkage on this car is actually from a TT. Yes.
Oh. Okay, so now we are at 2,500 RPM.
Yep.
We're going about 50 km/h or 50 miles per hour.
50 miles.
So I can drop it to third gear and rev it.
Yeah.
How far do you normally pull the rev?
5.5, 6.
Oh,
Actually
it pulls, man.
Yeah, from 5 to 6.
Lovely. So nice to drive these cars, and it's very comfortable.
It's comfortable.
Oh,
That's why we could drive to Hua Hin and back.
Yeah. I think you're
not like the new cars. It's very tight.
Yeah.
Very edgy as well, the new cars.
Wow.
This car is comfortable, right?
Yes, the pliancy is good,
Yes.
and the way it handles is nice.
Yeah.
I can imagine you doing long distances in this car.
Yes.
So how long have you had this car?
Oh, this particular car is 6 years.
6 years. You know what, guys? There are less than 10 Corrados in Malaysia. He has 2.
Yep. The other one I'm rebuilding at the moment as well.
So you've had Skodas, you have a Mark II GTI, right?
Just sold that.
You sold the Mark II, then you have a Mark V GTI.
Mark V GTI.
And then you have a brand new Passat.
Yeah.
VW Group fan.
Yep.
Right. It's a big fan of Ferdinand PX.
Yes. But I just like cars that are nice to drive. Like driverless cars, basically.
Yeah. That's the thing, you see a lot of I notice especially the British motoring journalists, right? They always, you give them a BMW, they say, oh, so nice to drive, right?
Yeah.
Then you give them a VW, they will always say things like, oh, it's not as fun to drive as a C-Class or whatever. But you ask any person who drives a Volkswagen, we all know the fun part with VAG group car, right?
Yes.
It's the beauty. Oh, is that guy stuck? Okay, got it.
I got it. It's moving again.
Yep. The thing with VAG group cars, they are so easy to drive, fast or slow, right? Or corner and all that. I mean, not everybody drives a car and then on a corner throw the tail out and all that nonsense, right? In fact,
everybody is Ivan Kong, right?
in fact, even if you step into a modern BMW, if you don't switch off your traction control, you go too fast into a corner, you will still understeer.
Yes.
Right? You will still overpower the front wheels and then you went into an understeer. Yeah. Wow.
Maybe after you get a bit of clear road, you can just...
Oh shit, he's not happy that I'm driving too slow in his car. He's like, oh wait, what are you doing with my car? That's too slow. See, the thing with car guys, remember I have a video, I encourage fresh grads whose family are okay, those who father, mother buy their Myvis and all that one. I encourage you guys to spend that money on an MX-5 instead or a used Z4 instead. You get to meet interesting people, right? We meet car guys like that. I mean, yeah, and this kind of friendship is for life. Lovely. Oh. The nice thing with a large displacement engine, you can be at 45, 50 km/h. You just
one gear.
Yeah, you just put the throttle down and then and you feel that there's so much more to go. Right? It doesn't stress the engine at all.
I mean, you can just floor it.
Oh, so nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like that's why when we were in Thailand, right, last year. We didn't miss the radio at all.
Just listen to it, right?
Yes.
That day was so funny. We were talking about 6-cylinder engines. Then Con was like, oh, BMW 6-cylinder engine sound. Also a nice sounding engine.
Yes, definitely.
Then the thing is, because there was a period of time where I'm a big Alpha fan.
Glorious.
Crispy, no need to
Yes,
say lah.
right.
Then me and Chris is like, you never heard of a buso, right?
Yeah.
Then Tom was like, how does it sound? Not familiar. So I looked for a video clip. I tell you, when I play that, Con's face is like, serious?
Yeah,
We
serious.
all know how glorious.
Yep.
I mean, this is nice sounding. A BMW 16 is nice sounding,
Yes.
but it's not in the glorious category. Right?
Correct.
Oh, like a Buso V6.
Yeah.
My God. Oh, this is nice. I like that sound.
Yep. The verbal. VR6 verbal. Actually, this engine, right?
Yeah.
The configuration goes all the way to the Veyron.
Ah,
That's how you get the W16. You know the W12, W16.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
actually two VR6s.
Two VR6.
Yeah, married in the middle.
Oh my God.
Common
Like that, right? Like that, right?
So we
Yeah.
come W.
Oh yeah. This is the brainchild of Ferdinand Piëch,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
This guy is a genius
Yes,
inventor.
definitely.
Yesterday I went to the launch of the Porsche 992. So brand new car, right?
Yep.
Then you went up, then you still see the Porsche dial there to start the car.
Oh,
Porsche never use a push start button, you know.
Yep.
Even until now,
yeah.
they don't put a push start button.
Yep.
So I don't think a lot of people know about that part of the history because Porsche built their name from Le Mans. They started relatively late compared to others, right?
Yep.
They started their first cars in mid or late 50s, and they were a nobody. Oh, that's a 675 LT.
Yep.
Spider.
Yep.
Then it was in Le Mans when Ferdinand Piëch designed the Porsche 917, right?
Yep.
So Le
Le
Mans,
Mans,
what happened in Le Mans that time? I mean, there's a new movie coming up, right?
Yep.
Ferrari versus Ford, right?
Yep.
So everybody sort of knew that Ford kicked Ferrari's ass in
Yep.
their first participation of Le Mans. They got 1, 2, 3, first, second, third, right?
Yeah.
They kicked Ferrari's ass, and then Ferrari was furious. And then when Ferrari thought they had a chance to retaliate, in came the Porsche 917. Yeah, the one famous with the Gulf livery racing livery, right?
Yes.
And then the pork cut racing livery. That one annihilated everybody, destroyed, raped, sodomized everybody. So that car was designed by Ferdinand Piëch. And back in those days, Le Mans, right? You don't start in the car.
Yeah,
You stand outside,
Correct.
right? The gun, boom, and then you run to your car. You open your door, you hop into the car. So you have to be quick with everything, almost simultaneously. Before you even close the door, you want to start the car and start rolling. So in that era, right, most cars are left-hand drive because it's in Europe, right? But if it is a right-hand drive, when you come up the car, that's where your seatbelt is mounted.
Yeah.
So you have to use your left hand to pull your seatbelt, while simultaneously your right hand starts the car.
Yeah.
This twisting action. So in every Porsche, if it is a right-hand drive car, the twister will be on this side,
Yep.
so that they could continue the Le Mans tradition. You
Yeah.
know, you come out of the car, you pull your seatbelt, you start the car like that.
Yeah.
So on a left-hand drive car, the twister will be on the left,
Yeah.
the crank, right? And then you pull like that. So that tradition explains why Porsche still never uses a
Yeah.
push start button.
That's why even the Cayenne,
Mm.
you know, it's always on the right hand side as well.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
starter.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
always here.
Yeah.
That is a Porsche tradition,
Yes, yes.
because to commemorate the time whereby they not only kicked Ferrari's ass,
Yep.
Ferrari was so desperate in wanting to win back what they rightfully dominated
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
Enzo Ferrari wanted to develop the 512 to win back, you know, his glory, his legacy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have enough money to homologate so many cars, resulted in him selling half of his company to Fiat to fund the development of the 512 with hopes of beating Porsche, and he failed, right?
Yeah.
He still got sodomized by Ferdinand Piëch's 917, and that was history. So Ferrari being under Fiat for so long has a lot to do with how genius Ferdinand Piëch is. And Ferdinand Piëch did the Veyron,
Yes.
bought over Lamborghini and all that, and this is definitely one of his creation. Yeah, you can see. I mean, the stuff that he did
Yes.
is amazing.
It's amazing.
Man. Yeah.
Quattro.
Oh yeah, Quattro. Yeah,
Audi
yeah,
Quattro.
yeah. He's the guy who did that.
Yes.
Quattro as well. And I think a lot of people didn't know that LSD was invented by Ferdinand Porsche.
Oh,
Limited slip differential.
yes, now I recall, yeah.
Invented by Ferdinand Porsche.
Yeah.
And mid-engine racing cars was invented by him.
Yeah.
Even though the first production supercar with mid-engine configuration, the Miura,
Yeah.
wasn't done by him, but in the 30s, when Mercedes-Benz and Auto Union were kicking everybody's ass,
Alright.
both of them go to Ferdinand Porsche's little engineering consulting firm to design their sports cars.
Yes, correct.
Then he was the guy who decided to put the engine at the back, put a fuel tank in between the driver and the engine, so that when your fuel reduces, it doesn't change your weight transfer.
Balance,
balance. Yep. Amazing. And then now Porsche is chaired by that idiot Wolfgang Porsche, the idiot cousin of Ferdinand Piëch, who always envies him for his talent. And that idiot is the chairman of Porsche now. Plays toy trains every day. Man, the guy, he, right? Wolfgang Porsche was the guy who conspired together with Wendelin Wiedeking in the attempt of hostile takeover of Volkswagen back in 2008. Because he always envied his cousin brother,
So he wants to take it over.
He never had the talent. And the biggest hatred of Ferdinand Piëch about himself is that he never carried the surname of his idol, Ferdinand Porsche. That was his biggest grunt. That's why he worked so hard. He really worked so hard for the group, for the brand. But he got kicked out by his cousin brother now. Anyway, we blab too much. So this is part of the creation and a car that carries that engineering spirit from Ferdinand Piëch, of which he does so much because his idol is his grandfather, Ferdinand Porsche. And cars like this, lovely. And Beetle just died.
Yes.
Beetle just officially died yesterday. Beetle was the creation of Ferdinand Porsche. Yep. To attack Africa. It's amazing that the Beetle was a sign of peace, but its creation is for war. Right. That's for another video, guys.
History lesson.
When we car guys stand together, we can talk so much, man. We can talk so much, no end. Alright, remember, fresh grad. I mean, if your family is doing okay, if you are from those family whereby your parents will buy you a Myvi or a Saga or something, I mean, those cars are good for daily use. But what I'm saying is, if you have that buffer, try persuading your parents to buy something else. You will be amazed at the value that it brings you back, because you get to mix with all kinds of people. Right, guys? Cheers. So guys, this is the Corrado I drove just now. In perfect shape. Beautiful purplish blue color. Nice VW rims. I like cars of this era whereby rim sizes are still not crazy, right? It's a coupe but with a hatchback profile. A very popular form factor in the 80s actually. It's almost like a fastback or a liftback, and then you have 4 comfortable seats in there. Like I mentioned yesterday in my Porsche video, in Europe, even up until the 90s, a car like this with only 2 doors and 4 seats, right, is considered a proper family car. Back in those days. Okay, you have a large usable boot, you have usable seating, front and rear seats, and then it's a perfect family car. So what is Mike doing here today? He's reading. He has a new software for N55 BMW 6-cylinder turbocharged engines, and he's gonna do the reading, and then we'll see what kind of power it will be pushing. Alright, and let me tell you guys this, Mike this year, he is sponsoring 3 cars to be tuned to stage 1, right? One tune costs a few thousand ringgit, and Mike is kind enough to sponsor 3 from DNA Tuning. And what I like about DNA Tuning is that it's smooth. A lot of, let's say your car's power curve is like that, right? Ease up and then like that. and then you ease off at the back, right? If that is your usual power curve, a lot of tune, right, what they do is that they bump it up at the front part, so your car has this explosive behavior after tune. But what I like about DNA Tuning's tune program is that the whole line, they never really change how it behaves, they just raise it up. So the behavior of your car never change. It's just that at every given point of time, it is pulling more power. I love this kind of tune because it retains the drivability. It almost feels like it turns your car from 2 liter to 3 liter, that's it. You know, you still have that nice character. So that's what I like about his tuning. Right? DNA tuning. Very nice. So he's reading my car now, and it only takes a couple of minutes and it should be done.
Yep, done.
Oh, done! Oh, all right. So,
This is a virtual read.
cool. So what he does is that he reads the program, then they will go back and tune it. All right. This is his lovely VW Corrado, and I'm so grateful that he let me drive a car that has less than 10 units in Malaysia. I know one guy has the other one, Daniel Sherman Fernandez from DSF.my. Yep, that guy is a big VW fan as well. Alright guys, cheers.
Oh, em sẽ hơi bởi đi vừa xe